Bueno, chicos, bienvenidos todos. Aquí ya tenemos a Takumi Takahashi con nosotros. Ya nos va aquí a compartir un poquito de su experiencia y de su vida en la magia. Vamos a hacer una entrevista y una lecture. Entonces, ahorita lo que vamos a hacer va a ser empezar con la entrevista. Terminando la entrevista, él nos va a dar una pequeña lecture para que nosotros estemos aquí aprendiendo, aparte de aprender más de los artistas, sino también del arte, ¿no? So, Takumi, well, first of all, thank you for accepting this
Thank you.
this time with us. We know it's really important for us to keep motivated and focused, and well, this is a great way to do it. And I say thank you for becoming part of this project. Okay.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you for accepting. This interview is made, as I tell you, to know more about yourself.
Okay.
As a person, right? So let's start with this. The first question we always make to our guests, to our artists, is like, we know you have a career in magic, right? You've been developing for some years.
Yes.
You have achieved important things in the magic world. So we want to ask you first, how did you start in magic? Which was the moment where you found magic in your life?
So I was interested in magic since I am maybe around 8 years old, because my mother takes me to a toy store, and there's a Japanese tenyo. Do you know tenyo? They
Yeah.
have magic goods, and she bought some of the toys, magic toy for me, and I learned the first magic I learned was tenyo magic, the things anyone can do. So, but it didn't really get me into magic so serious at first. But I was, of course, interested in magic. And when I was 11 years old, I saw Mr. Leonard Green on Japanese TV show. Yeah. And I was interested in magic, but not really like, I'm gonna practice or something. I didn't know anything about card tricks or something. And I honestly thought that card tricks are really boring because, I have to remember the card. I have to think about the number. I have to, sometimes add the numbers together, do math, and that's very boring and not my thing. So I was just watching a TV show, and there was a magician on the TV show, like a really big man. He was with the glasses and really sloppy hands, dropping cards and so on. And suddenly, the first thing I saw was the top shot. He takes out, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was I was struck by the thunder, I was so shocked. Yeah, and after that too, he did the laser deal and made the card disappear and so on. And it was like. I have seen many card tricks on TV shows, but they are pretty boring because the effects are pretty difficult to follow or not so direct. But
Exactly.
yeah, but the Leonard Green's trick, the first time I saw, it was so shocking because everything he does was super direct. Because he's not really I he's a magician, but I would say he is also a demonstrator. So he demonstrates his skills, and that really got me into magic. Like, oh, there's something I can practice and show that I like really learn. That his magic trick is all about technique, and technique just directly go into the magic effect. So that's how I got into
That's great. That's
magic.
great.
Yeah.
So basically, your first contact, besides the toy store and the how was the name of the magic Tojo Magic?
What I say?
The brand of the magic toys. What was the
That was
brand?
the trick. Tenyo.
Tenyo. Tenyo.
Yeah.
So basically, besides that event when you were 8 years old, at 11 years old, you realized there was a way of magic that it was not exactly like presented like so, like magic, but technique that got you into the. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Let me translate this to these guys.
Yeah, all right.
Chicos, pues la pregunta ya sabemos, ¿no? Cómo iniciamos, cómo inicié Takumi en la magia, ¿no? Nosotros sabemos, o bueno, yo conozco varias cosas y he seguido la trayectoria de Takumi en los últimos años, entonces, pues sí me genera curiosidad saber cómo empieza, ¿no? Takumi en esto. Y me comenta Takumi que él tenía 8 años cuando tuvo su primer encuentro con la magia, con Tanjo, que era bueno, hay unas tiendas de juguetes, ¿no? Que su mamá lo llevó a los 8 años, él vio eso, él fue el primer encuentro que tuvo con la magia, pero dice que eso no fue lo que lo atrapó a él, ¿no? Sino más bien fue como su primer contacto. Y lo que lo atrapó fue ese que a los 11 años él estaba viendo la televisión y de repente ve a este mago voluminoso con lentes, el señor Leonard Green haciendo un show para la televisión japonesa, y a él le gustó porque lo que no le gustaba de los trucos de cartas, él dice que honestamente él pensaba que los trucos de cartas eran aburridos, ¿no? Que no había o sea, que no era directo, que tenías que sumar y a matemática y memorizar y esto, entonces para él era aburrido. Sin embargo, cuando él vio la técnica en Leonard Green, él dice que lo primero que vio fue el top shot, ¿no? El top shot, que dijo, wow, y después el laser deal. Entonces, él dijo, huevo, puedo tener una vista de la magia o un performance de la magia que no precisamente se presenta como tal, como dice Leonard, es un mago, pero él presenta todo como técnica, ¿no? O sea, él puede tener manos torpes y tirar las cartas, sin embargo, es técnica lo que él hace y a él le gustó eso, que era algo que podía practicar y que podía enseñar a la gente, ¿no? Está súper, súper chido. That's so great because we know you are like directly student from Leonard Green, and it's so cool that you say that your first encounter with well, not first, but the important one was with your master, right?
Yeah.
This is great because this also answers the next question that I was going to tell you about, like which were your references. Well, now I know like it's Leonard Green, the first reference you have, and then which other reference that you have, another magician or any book when you were starting that create you this passion for magic that you have now, which was another reference that you had.
So the TV show that introduced Leonard Green, when the first TV show I saw was actually TV special from Japanese magician Tomo Maeda. Maybe you don't know about him, but he's pretty famous in Japan, and he has this. His style is like very gentle. He's almost like how do I say? Maybe close to Guy Hollingworth like style, with a nice neat suit and very like very gentle. And I
Which was his name? Sorry again.
Tomo Maeda.
Tomo Maeda.
Yeah. He's very famous Japanese magician. And I didn't understand English, so I didn't understand what Leonard speaks in his videos on YouTube. I always search on YouTube everything when I was little. But so when I started to study about magic, I mostly look at Leonard Green and Tomo Maeda, the Japanese magician. And because I didn't understand what Leonard speaks, so I took the style from Tomo Maeda and be gentle. So it's like Leonard has this very sloppy, technique and so on. with how do I say, like pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Japanese magician is very neat, very like how do I say?
Like gentle, like
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah, very
very
gentle.
good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I took that style in me, but instead I do Leonard stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very okay. So that would be another reference, Tomo Maida. Then I don't know them.
Mm,
Maybe someone in the group here knows
mm,
it. But yeah, it's great that you say that
mm,
because we know you are you have many different techniques and you have masterized the techniques
mm,
from Leonard Green.
mm,
But
mm,
exactly, you have a different style. You have a neat and
mm.
tidy style. You like to do things smoothly, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I really like. I really like. I've been
Mm,
following your work in Instagram for I think
mm.
and I'm super impressed about your laser deal when
Ah,
it,
thank you.
like without a table and everything. So because it's really neat, it's really tight. It looks so smooth. You're like, wow. So let me tell you guys this.
Yes.
So, chicos, pues yo la pregunta que le hice a Takumi fue la cuestión de cuáles eran sus referencias, ¿no? Nosotros ya nos contó que Leonard Green fue su primer encuentro, su primer enamoramiento con la magia cuando lo vio en un show de televisión y luego me comenta que su otra referencia sería Tom Omaira, ¿no? Es un mago, Tom Omaira de Japón, dice que tal vez no lo conozcamos, pero que en Japón es muy, muy, muy famoso. Y lo que me gustó de él fue que él tiene una técnica muy limpia, muy, muy, muy suave, o sea, muy, muy gentil con las cartas, muy, muy elegante. Entonces dice que eso es lo que él toma esa referencia también eh, de ahí porque le gustaba la técnica de Leonard Green, pero Leonard Green tiene las manos acá como más, bueno, o pretende que sus manos son más torpes y Tomo Maida tenía una técnica mucho más limpia, más presentable, más elegante, y pues para él esas son sus dos referencias, la limpieza y el flow de Tomo Maida y la técnica de Leonard Green. Entonces, pues, qué increíble, ¿no? Um, well, thank you for sharing that with us, Mr.
Thanks.
Mr. Let me. The correct pronunciation of your name is Takumi Takahashi.
Yes, Takumi Takahashi. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so we know in our lives, for example, that's also I think something you already said. We have effects or techniques, or we see things that mark our lives, right? Like we say, wow, this effect is, for example, for me, ambitious card was one of the first effects where I got in love with magic,
Yeah.
right? Then
Yes,
card
yes.
to pocket was the same thing for me. I got like, even though that I knew already magic, when I
Mm-hmm.
saw a card to pocket live for the first time, I was like, wow, what the
Mm-hmm.
just happened,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So for you, besides the Top Shot and the laser deal with
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Green,
Mm-hmm.
which is this other effect that you said like, wow, this is great, this marked
Ah,
my
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. All right. So that's very interesting. I really respect Leonard Green, and I really love all the techniques, very difficult things. So I perform those, but it's more like a demonstration. It's not really like a magic, it's not really magical things happening. It's more like a demonstration of skill. And I saw I the okay I at first I tell you. Um, One day I had opportunity to work with Mr. Henry Evans.
Okay.
Yeah, Henry Evans. And you know, all everything I knew about him was, he makes these incredible gimmicks, and he does many visual stuffs, visual even for the cameras and so on. So I thought that he is going to perform something with gimmick and so on, the color changing box and the taking out the cards from the catalog and so on. But when he came to before the show, he came to my room and said, "Hello, I'm Henry Evans," and we shake hands. And And he said, "Do you want to see something?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. I'm very great fan of yours," I said. And because yeah, I thought I knew about him. Okay, he said, "Can I borrow a deck?" And I gave my deck, and he started to perform the trick that cannot be explained. You know yeah, yeah. And I was like, holy shit. Like my head was going to explode because he doesn't use any technique. It just comes out, anyway. Like very like it was I think that I was like 20, maybe 22 or something. And it was like life-changing moment of my magic life because I have never seen such like
A
natural.
magical moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I am more like I love technique stuff, but I'm trying to like combine those, Danny Doherty's or Henry Evans, those like very magical stuff. So
That's great.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great. We actually had an interview with Henry Evans on the 28th.
yeah.
This it's great. It's great that you say that exactly because yeah, Leonard Green is more about technique,
Mm-hmm.
demonstration of skill,
Yeah.
whereas Henry Evans is more like creating astonishment,
Yeah.
magical experiences. And that
Mm-hmm.
trick you say, the trick that could not be explained, it's a hard moment for the mind to
Yeah,
process, right?
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a crazy thing because it cannot be
Mm.
explained.
Yeah.
So let me,
Yeah.
guys. Um, Pues le preguntaba a Takumi, ¿no? Que todos tenemos un efecto que nos marca a todos en la vida y yo quería saber cuál era este efecto de Takumi que lo encaminó a hacer magia, ¿no? Y él dice que pues él ya conocía la técnica de Leonard Green, que él masterizó toda la técnica de Leonard Green, pero que exactamente Leonard Green es eso, ¿no? Técnica, demostración de habilidad. Pero él conoció a Henry Evans, o sea, él ya conocía a Henry Evans, pero un día llegó Henry Evans con él y bueno, iban a dar un show y se presenta con él y le dice, oye, ¿quieres ver algo? Y pues obviamente Takumi le dice que sí y le hace Henry Evans el truco que no puede ser explicado, ¿no? Entonces, pues ese truco, ese efecto de magia es un golpe para la mente, ¿no? Es un golpe para la mente y dice Takumi que este fue el preámbulo de que él se interesara más en la cuestión también de la magia, de crear momentos de asombro. Y a través de estas dos vertientes es que él ha tratado de llevar su magia con técnica, pero también con momentos de asombro. Y creo que eso está increíble, ¿no? Dominar ambas cosas como una demostración de habilidad y aparte darle un toque mágico, pues está excelente. A mí me encanta el concepto. So very good. Thank you for sharing that
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thank you.
Now, for example, in, there's someone with Joshua, Mago Joshua, puedes apagar tu micrófono por favor y tu. Gracias. Thank you. So I don't know what happened over there. So yeah, talking about technique. So that was the trick that marked up your life, like the trick that cannot be explained, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you started performing magic. You started studying magic. When is the moment? Because I know you have created some routines as well, like with masterizing techniques. So, what is the best routine that you think you have created best for you, or functional, or that you share it a lot, or that you just it's your favorite? It's not best like, oh, this is the best of the best, right? But what you consider is your most valuable
Yeah.
routine.
Yeah. Well, because I am student of Leonard Green, I always, you know, I have a show, like a 20 minutes to 30 minutes show every time. And every time I perform, before I perform the card trick, I always introduce about Leonard Green. He's my mentor, my master, and I learned all these techniques. And I'm going to share his techniques. And because of that, I perform lots of his techniques. And the one trick, or how do I say, one routine that I am very proud of is I have another variation of laser deal. Leonard will make the cards disappear, but instead of making the cards disappear, I made a routine of like any card routine. So I can show you.
Okay.
Something like something like that. Okay. So before I perform magic, I always explain that I'm going to demonstrate how gamblers cheat.
Okay, so you introduce gambling stuff over there.
Yes. So and I do lots of Leonard Green stuff, and and then I don't have a pad, so okay, I'll try. So for example, I let someone pick a card, and if this ace of spades is their card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards I deal. Okay, 7 cards, and here's no ace of spades in the deck in the 7 cards, and then I mix the chosen card into the deck, and I just completely mix the card and lose it, just like that. And I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards.
Yep.
And this is the laser deal. I make a card disappear, but I have another like effect. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Can you tell me any number between 1 and 8?
6.
6, perfect. What's gonna happen is when I start to deal the card at 6, your ace of spades is coming out.
Okay, wow.
It's going to appear. Yeah, you can change your mind if you want.
No, I'm good with 6.
No, okay, 6. Okay, look, I'm going to just square the cards. I'm not going to change the position. Okay, I'm not going to change. Now, when I deal the card at 6, your ace of spades will come out. Okay, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, this 6 is ace of spades, right? And another card, look, I can take out. Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god,
and,
that's great.
And so I have I have very small hand, so it's like I have lots of like a penalty, like how do I say? It's difficult to perform laser deal. So I have changed the effect actually, because Leonard has a laser here, and then he makes the card disappear. He say every time I deal the card on the table, the card will disappear. He says this, but in my routine, in my performance, I never say that cards are going to disappear. Yeah, and I say this is a demonstration of gambling technique, cheating technique. So I say, and their chosen card is lost in the pile, and the spectator can really choose what number they like. And I square the pile just like this, and I take it. And I say, so if they say 5, then I say, at 5th, I'm going to deal your card. And what's gonna happen is the spectator will, the audience, they will expect your chosen card is going to come out from the 5th, right? Yeah. So they expect that at 5th your card will come out, and then I suddenly start to deal the card invisibly like this, and then I make the card appear from their number, right? And then I show it, and this is their card, and then I can transfer the card like this. But the good thing about this routine is this is very risk-free because every time you say cards are going to disappear, Leonard always laps the card, so it's good if you can lap the card here. But if I have like a table that doesn't have any cover, on your,
like a crystal
feet,
right?
yeah, something like that, then here is impressive, yeah, impressive. Oh, look, the cards are disappearing. Cards are disappearing. Wow. Every time the last card you deal, the spectator will, have a focus
Focus
on
it.
here. Yeah, in this hand. So I decided to leave one card, which is their chosen card, and I can really deal from any number. So I have the card on the top, and if they say 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And
Right,
if I leave one card here face down, which is their card, I say, okay, your card will appear at 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 5. The immediately the last card I deal, they look at this card, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, is this really my card? And then I can show like this, and now I can get the applause just here. And when they and when they just applause, I can just take it. And, I always transfer the card, but transfer is pretty difficult. It can, I do something like this, but it can, flash somehow. But I show this card, and by taking this card here, yeah, I can cover it just like that. Then I have a big shield to cover this.
That's so amazing. That's so amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's great.
Mm-hmm. And the best thing is that this is very stress free because you don't say the cards are going to disappear. They don't understand what's going to happen. So as soon as the card disappear, there's two types of audiences in the
crowd, yeah.
Yeah, in the crowd. One is they think, oh, the cards are disappearing, right? And one is, oh, he's demonstrating a technique to hide a card. But there's no mistake because you don't tell the cards are going to disappear, and I'm going to demonstrate the gambling technique. So, as soon as you say the cards are going to disappear and you somehow flash the card, so, no magic. Yeah. But because you say, I'm going to just demonstrate the gambling technique, even if you flash, or even if somebody is sitting right next to me here, seeing this, they will be impressed because I'm just demonstrating the gambling technique. And they look at, if they see this, this is interesting thing. I usually don't care at all if the audience is sitting here, if they see it. Because when I start to deal the card, these people in the front of me, they get surprised. And these people look at the audience's reaction and they get satisfied. Oh, I'm seeing a secret
that they are not seeing.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. Everything is.
It's so great.
Yeah, depends on the audience. They see different things.
That's you're proud the most of because of the technique that you developed with this. That's great. Congratulations for that. It's a super sweet. It looks so neat. And I like the fact that you say that as you are not saying the cards are gonna disappear, they don't know what's gonna happen, and you're saying that if a gambling demonstration. So it's great. Let me tell this we're talking about.
Okay.
Chicos, aquí Takumi nos acaba de compartir un efecto que yo creo que está increíble. La pregunta fue que cuál era su mejor creación, ¿no? Que nosotros sabemos que él ha masterizado técnicas de Leonard Green, pero pues, y que él ha creado rutinas acerca de todo esto y rutinas pues muy fuertes como la que nos acaba de enseñar. Él dice que él tiene un show de 20 o 30 minutos, pero que antes de empezar ese show él dice que él va a hacer una demostración y hace mención de Green y él dice que les va a enseñar algo que aprendió de él, ¿no? Y que eso es una demostración de gambling, ¿no? De cómo la gente puede hacer trampa cuando reparte cartas y ahí es donde él empieza a hacer estas cosas. Algo muy curioso que él dice es que él jamás advierte que las cartas van a desaparecer, ¿no? Sino que él les va a hacer una demostración de técnica. Entonces, dice que hay dos tipos de audiencia, la gente que se impresiona y que dice, wow, las cartas están desapareciendo, ¿qué pedo? Y la otra persona que dice más que nada como, oh, entonces así es como la gente hace trampa, ¿no? Entonces es lo que me comentaba, no le importa tener gente atrás, porque la gente de atrás ve un secreto que la gente de enfrente no ve y la gente de enfrente tiene una reacción pues ante algo mágico, aun cuando él ha dicho que pues es una demostración de gambling y creo que esto es bastante increíble. A mí me encantó el efecto que hizo, la cuestión de poder darle a elegir al espectador el número en el que quiera que su carta aparece, pero que no le mencione que van a desaparecer las cartas y que solo sea un golpe a la mente. Me encanta, es brillante, es brillante y pues claro que es una rutina de la cual estar orgulloso. Entonces, eso es lo que Takumi nos dice. So, Takumi, I have a question. This question is not planned, but it's something that I want to ask you because we know you are a student directly from Leonard Green. You told already your story. When did you meet for the first time, even through the TV, when you were 11 years old? You are now 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
I am 26.
26 years old. So when did you meet Leonard Green? When did you meet him and when you start becoming his student?
Yeah. Okay. So the first time I met Leonard Green I was about between 17 and 18 in Sweden, in Stockholm, Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was a magic, like a competition, only limited for the magic circle, the member of magic circle in Stockholm.
Okay.
So I wasn't really allowed to be there, but I have phone calls them, and asked that I am very big fan of Leonard Green. So, and I am in Sweden, and I came all the way from Japan. So, can I really please join and be there to meet Leonard Green? And the president of the Magic Circle said, "Oh yeah, sure, just come and just come and have fun." So I went to the competition, and I met Leonard Green for the first time. That was between 17 and 18, and Leonard was sitting, and he was performing as a guest in that competition, and this is really interesting story. So Leonard was sitting in the dark all alone, preparing his show, and I went to him and I said, "I'm very big fan of yours, and I came all the way from Japan to meet you." And he said, "Oh, good," and he gave me sign and
wow,
picture, and then shake hand and so on.
So you flew all the way from Japan to Sweden just to meet him?
Yeah.
I thought you were in Sweden when this happened, and then you said, "Oh, I'm here. Let's take the opportunity." But no, you actually went only to meet him.
No, actually, I knew about the Magic Circle, no, about his the event that
Okay.
he's coming to, and then I was very big fan of Leonard, but because Leonard speaks English, I somehow misunderstood that he's an American
Okay.
before. Yeah. So I didn't know he was Swedish. He lives in Sweden, and very like luckily I had Swedish girlfriend at that moment.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I didn't know. Even at the moment, I didn't know that Leonard was Swedish. Even so, I was really big fan, and I went to meet her, and then very like same time I found out about Leonard is in Stockholm right now. He lives in Gothenburg usually, which is kind of far away from Stockholm, and where my girlfriend stayed was close to Stockholm, so I had the opportunity uh, to go to the competition. And yeah, I met the Leonard and said, I'm from Japan and I came to see you. And then Leonard said, yeah, good. And we took picture and he gave me sign and so on. And I thought, oh my God, now I can die. I met my I met my idol, my hero, Leonard Green, you know. And yeah, I was it was really strange feeling because the moment I met him, it was like my life goal, like it was my dream to meet him, and it just came true just like that. And I was very happy to meet him, but also somehow uh, like a feeling sad that my dream just came true just like this. Now,
Yes.
yeah, and I was like, I, yeah, I felt empty, like a
You
really
felt
satisfied.
empty. You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have
yeah,
another
yeah,
goal.
yeah. And I went back to my seat, and the competition started, and it was like a parlor magic competition, and many magicians from the magic circle went up on the stage, and they started to perform, and I was just watching the magic from the far away,
Hmm.
and then suddenly they said, "All right, next magician, we have a guest from Japan. He,
No.
his name is Takumi."
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, "What?" And yeah, and it turned out that they misunderstood I wanna be in the competition when
Oh
I phone
my
called.
God.
Yeah. So and Leonard was sitting close, and then he was like, "Go, do your
Go,
best."
go.
Yeah, go, do your best. And I didn't even tell anyone. I wasn't just I like trying to understand the situation or what's
Yeah, what was
happening.
going on?
Yeah. But Leonard was like, "Yeah, go ahead, do your best." So I didn't prepare anything, and it was a parlor show. There was like 80 people around, and I took a deck of cards in the stage, and it's really funny. I lost most of memory on the stage right
Yeah,
now
that's what
because
happens.
because yeah, super nervous, and I never have performed magic, professionally or front of lots of crowd. So I just went up on stage and did some small card trick, and the one thing I remember was like, "We can see it." Like they were
Oh my God.
shouting, and yeah, and I was really like broken and went down, and oh my God, I did horrible thing
Yeah.
front of my hero Leonard Green. Oh no! And when I went to my seat, Leonard came to talk to me. What was that? Why did you do card trick? We couldn't see it. Then I explained what happened. I wasn't
Hmm.
supposed to be on the stage.
On the competition, yes.
Yeah. Then he said, "Oh," like he said, where it counts is that you went up on the stage, even in this situation. So you have guts. Come to my home. I will teach you magic, he said. Yeah,
Wow.
that's the starts from going to Leonard's place.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
one of these situations where everything just sets up in the right place at the
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah,
moment.
yeah.
And well, dreams come true, right?
Yeah,
Magic
yeah, yeah, yeah.
exists.
Yeah, if I
So let
chickened
me
out.
tell
Yeah. Okay, okay.
let me tell you guys, because this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
this is
yeah.
so amazing. I'm so amazed by this
Yeah,
situation. I
yeah,
mean, getting to know your hero in Magic just like that, and being
yeah.
on that situation you had where there was a totally misunderstanding on all the things that you wanted, and
Mhm.
well, that gave you the opportunity to
Yeah,
become
yeah.
Leonard Green's student. So that's super good. Let me tell you guys. So, chicos,
Yeah,
yo
yeah.
le estaba preguntando aquí a Takumi. Pues nosotros sabemos que él es alumno directo de Leonard Green, que ese güey estudió con Leonard Green. Y, y entonces yo le pregunto, ¿cómo conoces tú a Leonard? ¿Cómo es que tú llegas con él? Y me dice que esto fue en Suecia, ¿no? Takumi tenía una novia sueca. Takumi se enteró de que iba a haber una competencia de magos del Círculo Mágico de Suecia. Y entonces él pues va a Suiza a visitar a su novia y habla a donde se iba a dar el evento, ¿no? Y él dice, oye, ¿sabes qué? Pues yo soy mago de Japón, estoy aquí en Suecia, yo quiero pues ir, ¿no? Porque pues va a performear Leonard Green iba como invitado a hacer un performance y pues fue y le dijeron, sí, ven y divierte, no hay bronca, ¿no? Entonces dice Takumi que él llega ahí al donde iba a ser y pues saludó a Leonard Green, lo conoció, se tomó una foto, le dio un autógrafo y todo. Y ya, ¿no? O sea, Takumi dijo, pues ya cumplí mi sueño, ya me siento, pues dice que en ese momento él solo podía pensar en la situación de que había conocido a su héroe, ¿no? Estaba conociendo al héroe que él vio a los 11 años en la televisión y por el cual se enamoró de la magia. Y y pues él ya estaba completo, ¿no? Y estaba muy emocionado al saber que ya había cumplido eso, pero en cierto punto dice que se sintió medio vacío porque pues ya, para él ya dijo, literal así me dijo Takumi, yo en ese momento dije, ya me puedo morir, entonces ya, o sea, ya para él ya había cumplido todo, ¿no? Entonces me dice Takumi, me cuenta la historia, es una historia muy interesante porque Takumi está sentado viendo el concurso, ¿no? Y dice que de repente suena el micrófono del concurso y le dicen así como, bueno, y nuestro siguiente mago tenemos un invitado desde Japón. Y Takumi Takahashi, y va Takumi al escenario. Él ni siquiera, o sea, hubo un malentendido. Los del Círculo Mágico de Suecia pensaron que Takumi quería entrar a la competencia y entonces pues lo metieron, ¿no? Y dice Takumi que él se sintió pues, pues muy, pues no decepcionado, pero pues como abrumado por la situación porque él no llevaba la mentalidad de participar y dice que en ese momento le volteó a ver a Leonard Green y Leonard Green le dijo así como de, hey, vas, ¿no? Haz lo mejor que puedas. Entonces, Takumi llegó al escenario, dice Takumi que en ese momento se le borró toda la memoria que tenía de trucos de magia, no se acordaba de nada, y hizo trucos con carta en un escenario para una audiencia de 80 personas. Dice que lo único que se acuerda de haber escuchado es no vemos o no lo vemos desde aquí, no se ve, pues dice en ese momento que sí se sintió como pues tenso porque pues había hecho eso en frente de su héroe de Leonard Green y pues él estaba así como consternado. Y ya después de que pasó eso fue cuando Leonard Green se acerca y dice, oye, pues ¿por qué hiciste eso? O sea, ¿por qué hiciste un truco de cartas en un escenario? Y ya le platicó a Takumi todo el malentendido que había habido detrás de la visita de Takumi a Suecia y detrás de la visita al concurso. Y entonces es cuando Leonard Green le dice, pues, ¿qué agallas tienes? Ven a mi casa, te voy a enseñar magia, ¿no? Entonces, increíble tener esa experiencia de lejos de conocer a tu héroe, tener pues esa oportunidad de convivir y de aparte tener una situación que te proyecte y te haga relucir o resaltar y que Lena de Green Valle te diga, oye, ¿sabes qué? Vente a mi casa, te voy a enseñar magia. Eso está increíble, increíble. I think that's the best, one of the best stories about knowing their heroes that I've heard in so many times, you know?
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
just like it's because it's really interesting how the misunderstanding of one situation got you into the chance to meet him and to dazzle him at the point that he tells you, come to my house, I'm gonna teach you magic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so cool. That's so valuable. So congratulations for that, and thank you
Thank
for
you very
sharing that
much.
story with us because that's something that I really wanted to know, like how you become his student. How
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you meet him? That's very good. So
Good.
let's go with really quick with the next question.
Yes.
I see you're handling the cards. Do you want to show us something in the meanwhile, or we finish first and then we start with the next thing?
No, anything is all right.
Okay, very good. So let's do one question more, and then if you want, you show
Yeah,
us something, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
so we already talked about your story, how you become a magician, how do you your first encounter, your story with Leonard Green, the effects to have mark up your life, maybe your creation of the routine that you're most proud of it. And right now, I think this situation that we have been living lately with the COVID and all these things that happening, we all are in quarantine, staying at home, um, has brought us new thoughts about magic, right? Like
Yes.
there's people that are doing virtual magic, there's people doing virtual shows, magic interactive, interactive magic in the social media with videos and dynamics and stuff like that. So first of all, I want to know what do you think about this change in the branch of magic that we've been experiencing because of what we're living. And well, also I want to know how do you see magic in the future? Like how do you think where do you think magic is going to take the direction, or what is the magic that we will see in the future for you and your experience? What do you think about this?
I see. Well, I okay. Well, I have it coming up. Okay.
Very good.
Well, it's really sad in, to see this situation because you know the magicians are shifting. The magic should be shown in the live, not in the camera, video, because this coronavirus and stuff. But in my opinion, magic should be shown in live, because videos can't really give you you know the true experience of magic. And magic trick is I think magic trick is kind of weak when it comes to just video or something, because it's we use a playing card and stuff. And if you watch action movie or action films with like a great CGI and stuff, it's also magic. So when it comes to like a video, or you watch in like a movie or something in a video, magic trick is kind of weak compared to those films and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if you know
Yeah, I get you. I
what I
get
mean.
you
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
It
But
loses the impact.
yeah. But movies, they have a story and so on. It's really moving. But it's not something you can experience in real life. Those like a big action, like a exploding car and those stuff,
Yeah,
or magic stuff going on. So magic trick should be something the people have to see in life to experience the magic like the real magic like feeling. So it's kind of sad for me to see the the things are turning out this way. But also I think there's more opportunities for magicians. Like how to say, for example, there's many magicians nowadays. Instagram and those social media, SNS, those things you know going forward. So there's many magicians who actually uh, don't perform in live. You know, there's many magicians who performs only for the video. They do something very angry. Like something like this. This can't be shown in the real life because it's too difficult and stuff. But uh, those people can get more, how to say, those people can't really perform in live usually. But now when the video magic is more important, if it becomes more like that, those people can get more attention because they can do more effect, like a visual effect and stuff. So maybe it's somehow good in a way. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
no,
But
yeah, I get you
yeah,
totally.
yeah, yeah.
Like the idea of magic being less
Yeah.
impactful through videos because we can
Mm.
compare it with the CGI and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it stopped being real, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like it loses credibility when
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
only in a video because, as you
Mm.
say, I agree totally with you.
Mm.
Magic is something that people need to see live
Mm.
because they need to experience
Yeah,
magic
yeah, yeah.
happening in front of their very eyes, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I think that the real experience is very precious because it's something you can't uh, rewatch. You can't rewind and see the moment. You just need to remember it's in your memory.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only once in life, one time in your life. It, that that's why it's uh, very valuable, experiences.
very,
So
yes,
yeah, so I don't want magic to be like rewatchable, rewindable, and oh, I didn't catch it. I'm gonna just play again. Oh, he did that here. Okay, I don't want that to happen in magic. I want people to experience in live. So I really hope this virus thing is going to end very soon, and we can go back to you know
to perform.
yeah, 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 something like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, it's cool that we have all these social media resources and
Mm,
everything. But as you say, magic is something that should
mm,
be definitely live.
mm,
And something that I was talking yesterday with Dennis Kim is the fact that I think close of magic it's going to take a little while to recover as it was in the beginning
mm.
because people are going to be afraid of germs, microbes, and stuff like that. They're going to
Yeah.
be psychotic about the situation that we've lived through this time. That it's really difficult because
Mm, mm,
we're not used to be trapped in our homes. We're not used to
mm,
be at home just like that and not
mm,
going
mm,
out and socialize and stuff like that. So people are going to take more awareness of that and are going to take better like yeah, precautions, if we can call it like that. And they're going to take care more in, in order for them not to get ill or something like
mm,
that. So I think there's going to be this
mm.
conflict among the spectator and the magician where you come
Yeah.
and extend a deck of playing cards, and they're gonna think, "Oh my God, where are those cards? Where were those cards? Where did they come from? How many people have they touched them?" So it's gonna be really a hard mind of the spectator. Maybe for us, it's like, oh, it's everyday thing, but the spectator may think different. So I don't know if you see magic in the future. I mean, you say you wanted to preserve like it is, right? But the truth is that we don't know if that's gonna be like that again. So we're thinking that it is going to be. But do you think magic from now on is gonna take a virtual more way than a real way?
Can you say again? The connection is.
Sorry. So do you think that magic is gonna be now more virtual than live magic?
Say again.
Do you think the magic is going to become like more virtual shows and online shows and less live shows?
Well, it's that's something I right now I haven't really thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but well, I think live show, I mean through the camera, is also okay, kind of, because recently, I staying at home, or just isolated, and I started to go to Omegle.
Omegle, yeah.
Yeah. And I started to show, I see many dicks there, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, lots of people skip me when I'm holding the card. But some people misunderstand I am a girl because I have long hair.
Okay.
Yeah. And they have a dick out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dick out. But I don't stop them. I just say, please watch. And they are showing their dick in the camera. And I start to show like a visual trick for camera. And there was many people actually like pulled in their dick and started to see like the magic.
The magic. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's so funny.
So that's one thing. If you have a magic show, there's those audiences come to see magic. They are the people who want to see magic trick. So they of course have a good reaction and so on. But if you go to Omegle or something and the show to a random people who doesn't really wanna see magic, then and they get really good reaction and so on. That actually feels good. Like I feel like, or like there's many people who feel so depressed or really bored, and I show 5 minutes of magic, and at the end they are really smiling. They tell me, "Oh, you made my day," and so on. And I feel like, oh, this really is what magic is, to make people happy.
Happy, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something.
That was a great experience. I mean, fun
yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
This guy's about this. They're gonna laugh their ass off.
Yeah.
Chicos, me encanta porque aquí es un lugar que no hay censura y que se puede hablar de todo lo que sea. Le pregunto a Takumi, ¿no? La pregunta de cómo él ve la magia en un futuro. Yo le digo que a través de lo que estamos viviendo ahorita, la cuarentena y estar isolados y aislados de la sociedad, pues nos ha hecho llegar a vertientes virtuales de la magia, donde tenemos que interactuar a través de las redes sociales, hacer shows virtuales, que pues están arrancando bien. Entonces yo le preguntaba que cuál era como él veía la magia, ¿no? Y él decía que primero que nada, él considera, y es algo con lo que concuerdo con él, que la magia es algo que se debe de vivir en persona. Que él, o sea, pues él comparaba, ¿no? Con las películas de acción. Él decía, las películas de acción también son magia, pero en las películas de acción hay una historia y hay un trasfondo y los efectos especiales y los efectos por computadora Y pues sí es magia, pero cuando tú ves magia en video, como él dice, pierde impacto, ¿no? Pierde credibilidad, porque pues es un video que puede ser editable, que puede ser alterable y en cierta manera sí pierde ese toque de la magia cuando la ves pasar, ¿no? Y yo le preguntaba que si él ve en un futuro que la magia sea más shows virtual y menos show en presenciales, y me dijo algo muy cierto, o la gente que quiera ver magia va a ir al show, ¿no? La gente que quiere ver magia va a ir a verlo, ¿no? Entonces, los shows virtuales, pues también es una manera de hacerlo, es una manera de preformear, ¿no? Pero, pues, la magia en vivo siempre va a ser mejor, ¿no? Él dice que a él no le gustaría que todo fuera en video, que él sigue pues queriendo ya salir y hacer performance y todo. Y me contó una historia, una anécdota pues muy graciosa que se las va a contar así como es, ¿no? Obviamente pues, salvaguardando la integridad de las pláticas. Pero pues no sé si ustedes conozcan el sitio Omegle. Omegle es un sitio donde tú te metes y son chats randoms, ¿no? Entonces Takumi comparte que él se metía, amigo, para compartir y para enseñarle magia a la gente que pasaba. Me dice, claro que vi muchos miembros masculinos porque tristemente muchos vatos o muchos hombres se meten ahí a enseñar sus partes y buscan tener un encuentro sexual cibernético por ahí. Y también me decía algo muy chistoso, pues se malinterpretaba como que Takumi era una niña por el cabello largo y así. Entonces dice Takumi que se vio en situaciones donde, pues obviamente mucha gente le daba skip, ¿no? Y el siguiente. Pero dice que había veces que él nada más decía, por favor ve esto. Y los güeyes que tenían así con la pantalla hacia la cintura para mostrar sus partes, ¿no? Dejaban y se guardaban, ¿no? Y de repente se ponían a ver la magia. Entonces, es así como de, ok, es una historia pues muy graciosa para mí, pero también es cabrón ver como, bueno, interesante ver cómo, pues puedes dejar lo que estés haciendo por ver un momento de magia y dice Takumi que eso es para lo que realmente la magia es, ¿no? Para hacer a la gente feliz, para compartir y el hecho de que tengamos esta plataforma para muchos va a ser como un impedimento, pero para otros va a ser mucha más oportunidad. Entonces, pues qué mejor que aprovechar estas oportunidades. Me pareció muy gracioso lo que me contó Takumi y pues bueno, a grandes rasgos es como él ve la cuestión de la magia. Dice que nunca se había puesto a pensar en el hecho de que si va a haber más shows en vivo o virtuales, pero pues eso es lo que piensa hasta ahora, ¿no? So, right now, Takumi, that you shared this with us and that we know how do you think about magic in this time and how do you expect magic to keep being as live shows, as connection with people, as creating new friends and stuff like that. What is the next step for you now? Like, what is the next goal for Takumi Takahashi?
Oh, next goal. I don't I don't have really passion about I want to be a big magician or something. I just, if I can just keep continuing like performing magic and make, people surprised and, happy and have a good moment, then I'm satisfied. So I don't really I don't have a desire to win a competition or I want to be famous or I don't have those. I just
Well, and even though you don't have this like goal of becoming a great magician of all the times and being famous, you are a great magician, and and I think that's something that comes along with your passion, right? I have the idea that things, when you do things with passion, everything comes along. Money, fame, opportunities. Like you say, like I don't have the next goal like a competition. I don't have a next goal like this, but like regardless, you have already won competitions. You have already done things that there's magicians that want to do. I mean, the fact that you become the student of one of the greatest magicians of all times makes you a great person, a great human with great opportunities, and your passion and your conviction and your development makes you a great magician. So even though if you don't want or you don't have the goal to become like David Copperfield, you are known in the magic atmosphere. You know, when we in the group, when we shared that we were having a chart with you, all the people were like, wow, this is really amazing because we get to know him, we get to know their techniques. No, I'm speaking honest. There was a guy that said, I want to ask him an advice on the Snap deal and switch to coins, right? That you see that there's a switch to coins.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm so excited because I wanna meet him and I wanna see what he has to say. So this is great it's great and it's funny that even though that you say that you don't want to become one of the greatest magicians, well, you are recognized for being a great magician. If not one of the greatest of all time, a great magician, and I consider that you have great skills and that if you didn't want to do it, you were doing it already.
Thank you.
So it's so nice to know also that you don't have like this ambition or this go to go out and be the famous magician and everyone recognizes. It's so good for me to know that there's magicians that are only satisfied by having a good moment with certain audience, even if it's one or two people, right? As you can share what you were telling about Omegle. You did Omegle, you did all these things in Omegle. You wanted people to feel what you felt when you saw magic. And that's something really valuable because I think every magician should be like this. Every magician should be just interested in sharing, and they don't have to care if it's with 1, 2, 3, or 20 or 100 people. The fact is to fulfill this emotion of performing and sharing magical experience with everyone else, right? So thank you for sharing that with us. I totally agree with your mindset, and I'm gonna tell these guys what we talk about right now. So, chicos, yo le pregunto a Takumi, ¿cuál es el siguiente paso? ¿Cuál es la siguiente meta para ti? Y él me contestó algo muy valioso, que él dice que él no le importa ser un mago famoso, él no quiere ser un mago acá como David Copperfield o David Blaine, así, él no busca eso. Dice que él mientras esté compartiendo y pasando un buen momento con las personas, él está satisfecho. Él no tiene como que la ambición de, pues voy a ir a este concurso, voy a ir a esto, voy a ir al otro, me voy a hacer esto. No. Y digo que es curioso porque él sin intentarlo, pues lo está logrando hacer, ¿no? Le comentaba que nosotros estuvimos muy emocionados cuando nos enteramos que él iba a ser parte de nuestro elenco no elenco, sino de nuestros invitados, ¿no? De aquí de The Order, y que sin él intentarlo, simplemente por su pasión, pues él ha llegado a lugares muy grandes, lugares muy altos que muchos magos quisiéramos alcanzar y que podemos alcanzar, pero simplemente es la dedicación y la pasión con la que lo hagas. Y yo creo que esto es muy importante para alcanzar los lugares a donde queremos llegar. El compartir sin esperar nada a cambio, el compartir únicamente por compartir. Entonces, eso es muy interesante. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
If we do something, you want to show us something before the next question? We're here to watch it.
Okay. Well, is there something you guys want to see?
No, chicos, si quieren ver algo en especial, si quieren que Takumi nos enseñe algún efecto o alguna técnica en especial que quieran ver una demostración o algo explicado, pueden hacerlo llegar aquí en el chat. I already told them to put whatever they want to see in the chat, but while they do it, show us something that you wanna share. Maybe a routine, maybe something that you want to share.
Okay. Then I will teach you something interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a false shuffle that I came up with, but I don't know if this is original, so I would say this is a variation of someone. I don't know. So okay, you can see so I separated the cards. I don't know if you can see it. Okay.
Nos va a enseñar Takumi una mezcla falsa, nos va a enseñar a hacer una mezcla falsa que él tuvo una variación acerca de esto, así que vamos a poner atención. Okay, we pay attention.
All right. So I separated the cards in red and black. I don't know if you can see it. So this way.
Yes, all black, all red, todas rojas, todas negras, exactly.
Yeah. So you can see this is a false shuffle. Okay. So I don't have a pad, so it's difficult. But I'll try.
We will send you one.
Okay. Look, if I mix the cards like this, and one more time, just like that. And this is a complete.
Wow.
Yeah. And I teach you this. This is actually very, very easy. So what I'm doing is basically only this. But this is an optical illusion. So interesting thing is, if I cut the cards like this, the audiences naturally compare the thickness.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now they see they are like about same amount, right? Because I cut the cards about. And now I cut the cards this way, and then I move this way. So when I move this way, I make one pile. I push the one pile like this.
Okay.
So what happens is, when I stand this, because the card on the top is pushed, you can see this pile looks like already thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just by doing this, it looks.
Oh my God.
So what I'm doing is exactly this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks so convincing.
Yeah. But just because if you just push this pile like this and then do same, it looks like a big thing, right? And this is 100% complete false shuffle.
I saw one of that before, but not like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the air, and it was with the cars vertical.
Yeah.
But that's great because I do a lot of magic in table.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of magic. A friend of mine says, "What the fuck?" in a heart.
Yeah.
It look at that. It looks like if you were really shuffling the cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is very, very easy. So, yeah.
Wow. Another friend says hermoso. Hermoso stands for beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow. I didn't know how that worked, because I told you I saw it once, but hearing the hands, and it's something similar.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand how it worked. And right now that I see it, it's an optical illusion so strong because it's really, 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 really convincing.
Good, thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you very much.
King Kroll says very convincing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And well, let's. We already talked about many things in your career, many things in your journey in magic. I think I get to know you a little bit better of the person who's Takumi Takahashi, and I'm sure that there's a lot of things naturally we love about being a magician. One of them, I think, it's being able to do things that nobody else or not many people are able to do. Another thing I think we like about, or I like personally about being a magician, it's being able to live from magic, being a real artist, and living the dream of living doing magic around the world, right? And many other things that we enjoy and we like. But I never thought about the things I didn't like about being a magician. So, for you, what is something that you would say you don't like of being a magician?
Okay, something I don't like. Okay, I gotta think. Something I don't like about being a magician. Oh, I would say, as a performer, people, there's many magicians who have lots of, strong pride, and as a performer, it's very it can't be helped, but naturally I am judged by lots of people, because there's many magicians who doesn't like my style or my performance and stuff. So yeah, I hate to see those, like anti comments, but I would say this. I hate to hide secrets. I hate to tell a lie. So it sucks to be magician that I have to lie all the time. It's kind of stressful to keep lying about, when you perform. I'm just scared it comes to the top, but it's actually not to the top and stuff. Then I always need to stop myself not telling the secret. So yeah, that's something I hate, that I have to lie about many things. I don't know if you hear me. いなくなった。司会がいなくなった。I don't hear you. Are you muted? これどうしたらいい?
Mauricio, ¿sigues todavía ahí?
¿Ah?
Mauricio. Mauricio.
Chicos, al parecer Mauricio tuvo un problema de conexión. Takumi, wait a minute, please. Mauricio has lost the connection.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Oye,
So,
yo, a ver si puede mostrar con palma en el conteo en el primer juego, ¿no? Si pudiera...
Okay, a ver. Takumi,
yes.
Please can show the leisure deal and the first game?
My routine.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I show you. All right. My routine. I don't have a pad, but I try my best. So usually I let someone, I let the spectator take a card. Okay, this is your card. Okay, more this way. Yeah. Okay, so this is your card, and then as I deal the card, you tell me just stop it. You tell me stop anytime you like. Stop here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 8 of hearts. So I put the cards into the deck. And I know exact position of your card in the deck because I'm counting how many cards I put. So look, if I do this, I can take out the 8, just like that. And so this is your card, right? And next, I usually just do. I just usually find the card this way. Okay, and then now next, I put the cards in the pile like this. You can see where I put it's about here, and I square it, and I can find your card very quickly just by using only pinky. If I just do this, now here I can feel this is your card. So from this information, I can take out 8 of hearts, just like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. And now, next is, so you tell me stop anytime you like.
Stop.
Stop. Okay, this is your card, okay? This is your second card, okay? 3 of space. So I put the cards into the deck, somewhere in the deck. I don't know where. And now, I'm going to use this. 8 of hearts is on the top of the deck. 8 of hearts. Now, when I deal this card on the table, you see your card. You see? Change into the second card, and 8 comes out from the middle, just like that. Right?
Wow, Takumi.
And now I can show you. Then which one do you like, 8 or 3?
8.
8. Okay, I'm going to show you how to deal this card with optical illusion. So for example, this is just one card here, right? And then look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8.
Wow.
Yes. Right. This is the false deal. Optical illusion. And then
wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Yeah, I showed you before. And I ask a spectator 1 to 8, any number you like, tell me. じゃあ1から8好きな数字言ってください。4. 4. Okay. She said 4. So and yeah, it can be any number. When I deal the card at false, 8 of hearts appear.
Sorry, I'm here already.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, welcome back. And yeah, I can make it appear.
Wow.
Then if I put the card here, I can take out. Yeah.
Wow, nice, Takumi. Thank you, Takumi. Mauricio, ¿puedes retomar, por favor?
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I lost connection. My phone got dead. It was plugged into the energy, and then suddenly it just stopped functioning. But anyways, here we are. We were saying about. Well, I didn't finish listening the question about.
Yeah. Okay. The something I hate being magician.
Yeah, being a magician. Yes.
Yeah. I was saying it's something I am very bad at hiding secrets.
Okay.
Or I don't like to, I don't like to tell a lie. So, every time I perform magic and people are, surprised, I can't help. Like I have to hold myself to not tell the secret, or so that's something I don't like about being magician. I want to share, and because it's not so good thing, but I have to keep telling a lie performing magic, so that's something I don't like.
Yeah, I understand completely what you're saying. Actually, one of the magicians we interviewed, this magician from Chile,
he told us like one of the techniques a magician should always master is the lie, right? So because it creates a conflict. I don't like to lie either, but when I realized I was lying in order for people to have entertainment, I managed the things differently, right? But yeah, it's something that a lot of people don't like. They feel like at first I felt guilty. I felt that I was like lying and scamming people, right? But then you realize they are enjoying being fooled and they are enjoying being scammed. So at the end, it's like, hey, it's just entertainment. But yeah, it's something really funny what you say. Well, not funny, but interesting what you say about that. What you don't like of being a magician is the fact that you have to lie and you cannot easily hold up yourself to not say the secret, right? So let me tell these guys, chicos, me tuve un problemita ahí con mi teléfono. Estaba conectado y se apagó de todos modos. Le valió madre, dijo, yo me voy a apagar a mitad de plática con Takumi. Y bueno, ya estamos de vuelta. Me quedé en la pregunta de qué es lo que no le gustaba a Takumi de ser mago. Y él me acaba de volver a contestar, o más bien lo acabo de escuchar, la contestación que ya me había dado. Dice que lo que a él no le gusta es el hecho de tener que mentir. Él es muy malo para eso, él es muy malo para la cuestión de la mentira y dice que a veces le cuesta trabajo controlarse e intentar no decir el secreto porque dice que la gente, o sea, que él no se siente bien mintiendo y que pues a veces él ve cómo reacciona la gente y le dan ganas de decirle así como se hacen las cosas, ¿no? Entonces, pues esa es una parte importante. Now, Takumi, we already talked about many things. What you are, I already told you. Like you even though if you don't intend it, you are a recognized magician, known by many things, right? About your technique, your close relation with Leonard Green and his techniques and everything. But when is the moment when you say, I'm gonna be a magician. I'm going to really explore this world and start learning and stuff like that. What happened in your life that you said, okay, I need to learn this?
So there's a moment I decided to become a magician, and that is, when Leonard invited me to his home to teach me magic. He didn't really mean that I can be his student. He's very generous, so he teaches magic to lots of people and lots of magicians. He's very generous, but he didn't have student, and that the being student or master or something in Asia, that's something very, very you need to take huge responsibility, because in Asia there's a culture that master need to take care of the student until they can be they can have great career and live by themselves. And Leonard knew about China and Japan. He loves Japan, so he knew about those tradition. And when I went to Leonard's home and studied with him and learned from him, I slipped my mouth and said, "Can I be your student?" And I knew I shouldn't have said that. But Leonard said, "I'm sorry. It's like I can teach magic, but I don't take any student," he said. And I thought, yeah, of course, he doesn't take students. That's stupid of me. Like I shouldn't have said it. So I went home, and I went back to Stockholm from Gothenburg, and right after, like 2 days later or something, I went back to Japan, and I was sitting in my room in Japan, remembering Leonard's and all those moments. And having a great moment with Leonard and so on, and looking back the pictures that I took with him.
Just remembering your goal became true.
Yeah. And I thought, no, I shouldn't give up. I should go meet him again and ask him if I can be his student. So I went back to student. First I sent lots of letters, and I filmed my laser deal and top shot and lots of things, and downloaded DVD and sent it to Leonard a lot, like almost once in 2 weeks or something. And
Wow.
yeah, and about 3 months later, Leonard sent me a letter, filled with all the tips how to become a good magician, and full of advices, with four papers completely written, and on a full page, and I was so moved that he wrote all this just for little kid from
Yeah.
yeah. So I looked at it and I decided to go back to Sweden, and I went back and knocked on. Yeah, I went back to Sweden, and then I went to Lennart's home, and I knocked on his door. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, and Lennart opens and, "Oh, Takumi, nice to see you again." And I said, "Can I be your student?" Yeah, and then he said, "We'll see about it." And
Oh my God.
yeah, we'll see about it. And then at the end he says, "No, I can't take." And I took 5 years visiting him 7, 8 times, asking him, "Can I be your student? Please take me as your student." So many times. And one day, after all those, on Christmas, he sent me, he phone called me and said, "I have sent you a gift. So look forward to it." And I have received a package from Leonard when I was in Japan, and I opened it, and inside was the certificate of student of Leonard Green.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he made a certificate for me, and I phone called him, and he said, "Well, after all this, I have decided to take you, and you can call yourself student of Leonard Green." So I went to Sweden right after to meet him, and we spent lots of time after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great story. What a great story. You were really committed with the fact you wanted to be Leonard Green's a student, that you achieved it. I mean, what you tell me, I see it as you were being his student without being his student, formally, right? You were going and you were meeting him in his home, and you were going back and forth to Sweden, Japan, and meeting him, asking him. But you only went to ask him to be your teacher, or would you stay a little bit with him and share a little bit of knowledge?
I stayed with him, and learned many things. And when I received the question was when I decided to become a magician. So that the moment I received the certificate, I was very happy, and I shaked. But same time, this huge responsibility of being student of great Leonard Green, crashes on me. Like, bam.
Of course.
Yeah. So that moment I thought Leonard Green accepted me as his student, so I have to succeed as a magician to to not disgrace him and stuff.
Not to let him down.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, that's when I decided to become a magician professionally.
That's great. And thank you for sharing that, because those things are really important parts of your life. When you achieve your goals, when you achieve what you wanted, and it's all about, as I told you, when you do things by passion, things come along. So your passion was magic, and you wanted so hard to be Leonard Green's student that you had the guts and everything to ask him, like, hey, I want to be your student, let me be your student, let me be your student, let me be your student, right? Until you got it. And I think that's something really to admire, the commitment and the dedication of to pursue what you want, right?
Yeah.
I think that's something that I take from you, that right now I know with this story that when you set your mind to a goal, you get it, which is great, and it feels so good to meet people with that commitment on what they're doing, and it feels so great to know people that really fight for what they want until they get it, until they do it. So thank you for sharing that with us. I'm going to translate this to these guys.
Okay.
Chicos, Takumi me acaba de contar una historia increíble acerca de... Yo le pregunto que cuál es el momento en su vida donde él decide convertirse en mago, ¿no? En donde él decide realmente dedicarse profesionalmente a la magia. Y él me contó la historia de cómo se volvió alumno de Leonard Green, ¿no? O sea, después de haber pasado lo que pasó con él, después fue a buscarlo varias veces más a Suecia, y una de esas ocasiones Takumi le preguntó, le dijo a Leonard, oye, ¿sabes qué? Pues déjame ser tu estudiante. Y Takumi está consciente que no debió haber preguntado eso, pero aún así él admite, o él dice que pues él se le soltó la lengua, ¿no? Se le soltó la boca y dijo, ¿sabes qué? Yo quiero ser tu estudiante. Leonard Green le dijo que no, que él no... perdón, que de cierta manera él no aceptaba estudiantes, que él no tenía cupo, que él no aceptaba eso. Claro que lo hacía, pero en ese momento Takumi le dijo, ¿sabes qué? Pues no. Y entonces dice Takumi que se regresó a su casa, y cuando estaba viendo fotos y todo de los momentos que había pasado con Leonard Green, dijo, no me voy a dar por vencido y le voy a preguntar otra vez. Y fue y le preguntó y le dijo que no. Entonces, en el proceso, dice Takumi que él escribió varias letras o varias cartas a Leonard Green, y que después él recibió una carta, Takumi, de 4 hojas escritas completamente por Leonard, diciéndole tips y consejos de cómo ser un buen mago, de cómo ser un buen artista, de cómo hacer esto bien, ¿no? Y entonces dice Takumi que él se sintió muy pues afortunado y honrado de la cuestión de que Leonard Green se hubiera tomado ese tiempo de escribirle, y eso lo motivó a Takumi a no perder la esperanza y a seguir ahí, pues insistiendo con Leonard, diciéndole que quería ser su estudiante y así, y hasta que dice que en una Navidad Leonard Green le habló a Takumi y le dijo que le tenía un regalo, que le había mandado un regalo y que estaba, pues que estuviera esperándolo, ¿no? Entonces Takumi recibe el regalo, y cuando lo abre, era su certificado de estudiante de Leonard Green, ¿no? O sea, él ya tenía, Leonard Green le dijo que ahora ya podía decir directamente que él era estudiante de Leonard Green. Y creo que esto es algo muy valorable que tú sigas y persigas y busques y vayas y toques la puerta y sigas insistiendo en lo que quieres porque realmente es lo que quieres, ¿no? Hasta que lo consigue. Entonces dice Takumi que este fue el momento donde él decidió ser un mago, donde él decidió dedicarse completamente a la magia, porque él tenía un compromiso de, con Leonard, ¿no? O sea, de no defraudarlo, de no hacer que Leonard se pudiera sentir cabizbajo o defraudado por darle el crédito de ser estudiante y Takumi no hacer la labor que le correspondía. Entonces, este es el momento en el que marca la vida de Takumi y en el momento en el que pues decide ser un mago profesional, ¿no? Ok, very good. Oh, miren, desaparecía Takumi. I disappeared Takumi. Where is Takumi? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's something really interesting. I think, as I told you, is really admirable. The fact that you never let yourself, you never gave up, and you achieved what you wanted. So it's really good. Now, speaking of things that about not giving up, we all magicians have moments where we give up on techniques, on effects, because we say, "Oh, that's too hard. Oh, that's too difficult." And you draw, for example, for me, it's the one-handed palm, the two palm with only one hand in the deck, and I think the flip ship are the two techniques that for me have been my brain burned into practice because I cannot do it perfectly. So I want to ask you, which for you, which are these techniques that you found or find still very hard to perform, to masterize, and everything like that?
Just normal, classic palm. I the usual palm. I can't do it because my hand is very tiny. It completely, I have to hold really deep like this, and also I have a windows in my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's very difficult for me to palm a card. So I always use lateral palm like this. Yeah, so
Okay.
but about learning technique, I would say don't waste your time on practicing technique that you don't use. Instead of having many techniques you can do but you don't use, you have to I think it's better to master certain technique and be better than anyone else, because as a magician, the very important thing is to have a weapon. You're like you are like good at this better than anyone else. Like I would say it's good if you can do generally, but I would say it's you can stand out more if you can master just one thing and keep on doing it. You know, yeah. So try to focus on certain technique and try to master it instead of now I can do it. Okay, next. Okay, next. Instead of that, I would say try to master the technique that you love and you feel that you will keep using entire your life. And that's something. Yeah.
That's a great answer because that also answers the next question I was gonna do you. Like which is the technique you think every magician should master? But now that you say it, so
Yeah.
I think that in your way of thinking, the technique that every magician should master is the one that is going to use.
Yeah.
Right. So if they told you, like, if they ask you what is the technique that every magician should totally learn,
Yeah.
what is the essential technique for every magician, you would say it's the one that you were going to use?
Yeah. So, I love Leonard Green. So I love anything he created. So that made me, really love Top Shot and Snapdeal. And I just kept practicing only Snapdeal, Top Shot, and rest of techniques. I'm not so great at it. I can't do clip shift. I can't do lots of things. But I think the most important thing is to do what you really love, not because other magicians can do it, so I have to learn to. Not like that. You have to. I think it's better to focus on something you really love, even if other magicians don't like it. Yeah, I think your love to the technique or to the magic you perform. If you have the great love for it, the audience and the other people will feel it. Yeah. So if you have a passion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, very good. Thank you for answering that. I'm going to tell these guys. Chicos, yo le preguntaba a Takumi cuál era la técnica más difícil que a él había costado dominar, ¿no? O cuál es la técnica más difícil que él piensa. Y él me decía que el pan, ¿no? El classic pan, porque él tiene la cuestión de que sus manos son muy pequeñas, o sea, sus manos realmente no alcanzan a empalmar una carta, tiene que tomar el empalme muy abajo para cubrirlo, entonces por eso él usa el lateral palm, y él me dio un consejo, me dijo, si quieres o si quieren realmente un consejo, no practiquemos técnicas que no vamos a usar, no perdamos el tiempo en practicar técnicas que no vamos a usar solamente por querer, pues, hacer las técnicas que otros magos hacen. Y eso contestó mi pregunta que yo le iba a hacer aparte, que bueno, que finalmente también se la hice, de cuál es la técnica esencial que él considera que cada mago tendría que tener. Y él dice ciertamente que pues él, por ejemplo, él solamente practicó el Top Shot y el Laser Deal y se enfocó en esas otras cosas hasta que las masterizó y ahora él es reconocido por eso. Entonces, él lo que me decía es, practicar mucho una técnica hasta masterizarla puede hacerte resaltar más que practicar muchas técnicas y no masterizar ninguna. Entonces, creo que esto se traduce a un dicho que tenemos en México y no sé si en otras partes de habla hispana, que dicen aprendiz de todo, maestro de nada. Y aquí Takumi nos está tratando de dar completamente lo contrario, ¿no? Aprendiz de una cosa o dos cosas y maestro de una o dos cosas que esas mismas son las que él ha pasado practicando todo el tiempo. Entonces, él nos da ese consejo de la mejor técnica que tú puedes aprender es la que vas a usar y que la que sientas que amas, porque él dice que él ama a Leonard Green y entonces por ende ama todo lo que él ha creado y para él esas son las técnicas esenciales que él tendría que tener, así como nosotros tendremos las diferentes nuestras, ¿no? Okay, very good. So this is the last question from the actual interview that I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
And then we can move on to the lecture you want to give us. I don't know how long you want to give it to us. I don't know if you want to hold it for another day, maybe.
Yeah, actually, it's almost midnight here, so I have to go soon. Yeah, so.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
So maybe we can reschedule for the lecture in another day. We'll keep in touch for that. Chicos, le voy a hacer la última pregunta a Takumi. Me comenta que pues casi ya es medianoche allá donde él está ahorita en Japón, entonces posiblemente dejemos la lecture para otro día. Sí se va a reagendar, yo voy a hablar con Takumi para reagendar la lecture y que realmente se pueda hacer, porque ya es tarde para él, nosotros son las 10 de la mañana, pero pues él ya casi es medianoche, ya se tiene que ir, y comprendo eso y le agradezco este momento que me está dando. So, Takumi, we know about your relation, like you love everything Leonard Green does,
yeah,
and everything like that. So we always do this question to all the magicians we have.
Mhm.
Hypothetically speaking, if you had an event, if you have a private party, if you had um, some event with your friends and family, and you wanted a magician to perform for them, that you want to hire or invite, besides Leonard Green, because we know Leonard Green would be your first option, maybe. Which is another magician that you would call to perform for your family and friends?
Can I pick any magician at all?
Any magician you want
Any
in life.
magician.
A live magician.
All right. I would say Mac King.
Matt King?
Mac King, yeah.
Very good. And why? Why would it be Matt King?
Right. Because I think we are performer and we are entertainers. So his magic style, he does lots of comedy magic, and he performs magic, but he has in my opinion, he is one of the best comedy magician alive, and I really love his shows in Las Vegas and anywhere I went to see. Anyway, laugh surprise is very strong, but also laugh is like super important in performance, because when you laugh, you feel the happiness, and when you're laughing, you can actually forget all the painful thing and things people are suffering, things people are going through at this moment. So magic, I think it's I don't know how to say, it's like love is a medicine, I would say, in your mental, and also magic surprise is also you know it's a medicine for your brain. So medicine for your brain and medicine for your mental. Then I think comedy magic is super like a strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, in this moment, I would say Mac King, because I really love his comedy show.
Yeah. He's really funny.
Yeah.
Well, very good. That so Matt King would be the one. Ok, chicos, pues le acabamos de preguntar a Takumi qué mago él contrataría, qué mago él invitaría a hacer magia para un evento familiar, un evento personal. Entonces dice que Matt King, y me gusta mucho el concepto que él dice, la sorpresa es fuerte, la sorpresa es genial, pero la risa es una medicina. La risa hace que te olvides de todos tus problemas, de todo el dolor y de todo lo que estás sufriendo en cierto determinado momento, y es lo que te mantiene. Como él lo dijo, la risa es una medicina para tu mentalidad y la magia es una medicina para tu cerebro. Entonces me quedo con eso, me quedo con esa medicina, me quedo con ese concepto, me quedo con el perseguir siempre lo que quieres, me quedo con el que no importa si tú no quieres algo, a veces las cosas llegan por sí solas. And well, Takumi, I just want to thank you for the time you've spent with us.
Yeah.
I know it's late for you already. Well, for you, it's almost midnight. Here, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's really cool because I am interacting with somebody in the future, as I always tell you, like greetings to the future. And it's also great to know the story behind the artists that we follow in Instagram, that we know, that we see through conventions and videos somewhere in there. It's great to have a more closer encounter with you. It's really great to know how you think, what you think, to know that you're a really committed person and that you are really skilled and that you also are a really nice human being, a really nice person to talk, really open to share with people. And we want to thank you. We all, I speak for all when I say thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time and dedicating a couple of hours to this project. Believe me, we take that. That really means a lot for us. I'm gonna ask you for your, but via Instagram. I want to ask you for your mail address and your phone number because we make these mats for magicians. We fabric, we manufacture these mats, and we want you to have one. Let me go quickly to show you one. These are the ones we do for magicians. They are branded with the brand of the order.
Oh, nice.
And we have different sizes. We want to give you one of them. So please send me your email address and everything.
Thank you.
So we can send you these in to be grateful with you and to be grateful for all the things that you have shared with us. Also, if you still with the intention of giving the lecture, we can reschedule that and we can work it out. But by now, I can only tell you thank you a lot. Thank you for sharing with us. And we'll have a wonderful night, rest, and we'll keep in touch for that lecture, okay?
Yes. Have a good day, everybody.
Have a good time. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for translating. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Ok, chicos, pues esta fue nuestra entrevista con Takumi Takahashi. Creo que fue una muy buena entrevista. Yo me llevo muchas cosas, en especial lo que ya les expresé. Qué lástima que por las cuestiones de las diferencias de horarios, digo, existe una diferencia de 14 horas de Japón acá. Ya no nos haya podido dar tiempo de hacer la lecture, pero sin dudas ya está eso. Ya está eso hablado. Yo voy a hablar con Takumi y vamos a hacer esta lecture, vamos a ponernos de acuerdo, igual en esta semana, igual en la próxima. Igual yo creo que va a tener que ser temprano, a estas horas, 8 de la mañana, 7 de la mañana, por ahí así. Valió la pena completamente la desmañanada, el desvelo, todo valió la pena. Yo me voy muy contento con esta conferencia. Les agradezco a todos y cada una de las personas que están aquí escuchándome, escuchando a Takumi, porque realmente esto yo lo hago con todas las ganas y el cariño para ustedes. Y si hay alguna duda, cuando yo vea el video otra vez, voy a volver a iniciar esta traducción y ustedes me pueden decir, Cross, aquí andamos siempre.
Sí. Bueno, chicos, pues muchas gracias. Mauricio, como siempre, genial. Cuando te fuiste, entré en pánico para...
yo también entré en pánico, güey.
Pero bueno, para eso estamos, para solucionar, chicos. Disculpen las fallas técnicas y demás, pero bueno, esto sucede en las transmisiones en vivo, ¿no? Esta semana, bueno, ya terminamos el día de hoy con las pláticas de esta semana. Y el lunes, chicos, pues aún adelanto a los que hicieron el esfuerzo de desvelarse y demás. ¿Cuántos son ahorita? Es que no me deja ver. 25. Esta semana va a estar un poco fuerte, ¿no? Ya vienen las semanas fuertes. Les voy a compartir los nombres de los que van a estar esta semana como adelanto, ¿no? A lo que viene. El día lunes iniciamos con Miguel Ángel Gea, chicos. El día martes, Paquito Rodas. El día miércoles, Kiko Pastur. El día jueves, Luis Olmedo. El día viernes, nuestro amigo Rodrigo Tolsen. Y el día sábado, Marcel desde Argentina. Es una semana de muchísimo talento, muchísimo talento en general, ¿no? Y bueno, apenas, justo ahorita ya saben que bueno, los quiero tanto que les adelanto los carteles en un momento más. Ya están listos todos los carteles. En un momento más les mando los carteles en el grupo de WhatsApp para que vean pues todo el calendario, ¿no? Todas las fechas. Y esto es esta semana. La siguiente semana, bueno, la semana que sigue, ¿no? Hasta dentro de 2 semanas, que tentativamente va a ser la última semana de pláticas que vamos a tener por el tema de artistas y demás. También es una semana de puros españoles. No nos voy a adelantar mucho porque estamos trabajando todavía en eso. Tenemos muchos artistas. Spoiler alert, sí, pero bueno, les adelanto los de esta semana porque igual pues por ahí aquí paso a pasito, ¿no? Les agradecemos muchísimo que se hayan desvelado, Mauricio, muchas gracias. Como siempre, aquí mi colega y amigo Mauricio, socio y partner en todo esto. Y pues bueno, es un gusto estar con ustedes, gracias por acompañarnos, gracias por esto. Y pues estamos en comunicación, les mando la información por WhatsApp y nos vemos el día lunes.
Lunes con Miguel Ángel Gea. Muy bien, pues muchísimas gracias a todos. Cross, un saludote por allá. Pronto ya nos estaremos viendo, ya que termine todo esto. Tengo planes de irme por allá un ratillo. Y pues bueno, muchas gracias una vez más. Nos vemos el lunes con Miguel Ángel Gea. Que tengan un excelente día, buen sábado, perdón. Disfruten mucho y nos vemos la próxima, ¿no? Con mucho más magia.